Let me tell you a story that most people hear too late. A story about a man who never asked for thanks, never demanded respect, and still chose to walk away without a single word. Because sometimes the most dangerous moment in life is when good people stop explaining themselves. Stay with me. This story ends in a way you won't forget. The old world. Long before clocks measured time, there stood an ancient city called Velmora, a city that slept peacefully, not because it was strong, but because someone else stayed awake. They called him the Wanderer. He arrived before disasters and disappeared before gratitude. He fixed problems so quietly that people began to believe problems didn't exist, and that belief was the beginning of the end. The quiet miracles. When the river froze unevenly and children laughed on thin ice, the Wanderer had already placed wooden supports beneath the surface. When raiders crept through the fog at night, the city bell rang, though no hand touched the rope. When the king lay dying, a rare herb appeared from forbidden hills, and the king lived. The city called these things luck. But luck is what people call sacrifice when they don't want to feel indebted. The first warning. One evening, the Wanderer spoke. "There is something moving beyond the mountains," he said. "It feeds on comfort. It waits for cities that stop paying attention." The council smiled. "Every generation fears shadows," they replied. And in that moment, something inside the Wanderer grew quiet. Not angry, not bitter, just done. When goodness becomes an excuse. Guards stopped watching the towers. Fences went unrepaired. People laughed at the idea of danger. "Nothing bad ever happens here," they said. They were right, because someone was holding it back. But no one asked how long a man could stand between a city and something that never sleeps. The warning no one understood. The Wanderer carved ancient symbols into the eastern tower, symbols that meant prepare. The people admired the craftsmanship. They took pictures. They walked past. That night, he packed nothing. No goodbye, no explanation. By morning, he was gone. The day after goodness left, the bridge collapsed first. Then the fires burned longer. Then the wolves returned. And suddenly, people remembered the man they never thanked. "Where is he?" they shouted. "Why would he leave us?" As if goodness were a contract, as if silence meant permission. The truth that arrived too late. A wounded traveler stumbled into the city. "The mountains are empty," he whispered. "Whatever lived there stayed away, because someone stood in its path." No one spoke, because now they understood. The Wanderer was never their hero. He was their shield, and shields crack when struck too often without support. The real reason: good people leave. Good people don't leave without warning. They leave after every quiet warning is ignored, after their presence becomes an excuse for others to stop caring. Sometimes leaving is the only way to force growth. Sometimes absence teaches what words never could. Some say the Wanderer still walks the old roads, protecting places that haven't yet learned this lesson. And one day, someone will ask why he disappeared without warning, and the answer will be simple. He didn't leave suddenly. You just stopped listening a long time ago.